So, really quick introduction to the tools that you're going to need for this tutorial. These are round nose pliers, and they are called that because they have a round nose. And these are chain or snipe or flat pliers. I use these all day long. These are really helpful. Mine have a cutting blade in the middle, which is great. If you don't have that, you can always get these. These are side cutting pliers. I would say that these three are your staple, and if you're considering making jewellery, this is what you should be looking for. Let's talk jump rings. Now, there's a very simple way to open and close jump rings, and it's the correct way to do it, and this will ensure that you don't have a gap. So all you're going to do is hold the chain nose pliers on one side. You can just see the join here, and then you're going to take your round nose pliers and you're going to hold them in this hand. Now this will depend upon your dominant hand, so I'm dominant on my right hand, so all I'm doing is I'm going to pull towards me with my dominant hand, my right hand. I'm going to push away from me with my left hand, and I'm just going to slightly open. Now can you see that's just slightly open there? And that's exactly how to do a jump ring, and when you close it, it's exactly the reverse. So you're just going to move it in the different direction and just keep going until you make sure that it is completely closed. That's the way to do a jump ring. You should never try to pull a jump ring apart, such as this one's been done here. This will never close properly and you will always have a gap, and this will ruin your jewellery. So all you've got to remember is that nice simple twist, and that's how to use a jump ring. Right, now we're going to learn a new technique, and we're going to do a wrapped loop. In the kit you'll find some 3-inch pieces of wire. We're going to take those, we're going to grasp them with our round nose pliers around 1 inch along, and then we're going to use this finger to pull the wire up towards us at a 90-degree angle. We're then going to rotate our pliers through 90 degrees, and then we're going to use this finger again to push that wire away from us all the way around back on itself, and then again let's rotate those pliers, this time through 180 degrees, and we're going to continue bringing that small tail towards us until you have it at a 90-degree angle. So that's the point you want to be at. So you've got this tail. The longer the tail, the easier it is to wrap in the next section. So we're just going to push that tail away from us and continue bringing that round, and continue bringing that around until you have wrapped it around. Now you can wrap it around as many times as you want. I wrap that round 3 times at that point, and then you're going to bring in your snips here, your flat cutting pliers, and you're just going to snip away by putting the blade against the piece so you don't get any rough edges, and then all you can do is put your bead onto that. So we've placed our bead onto our wire, and now you can see that that wire's come out and we've got a nice wrap there. And then we're going to do exactly the same on the other side. So making sure that we keep the wire firmly in our bead, we're going to place our round nose pliers against the bead, and we're just going to pull that up towards us. Again, rotate through 90 degrees, push that away from us, keep going all the way round, rotate through 180 degrees, keep bringing that tail towards us. Slightly more tricky at this stage because you've got the bead in the way, and now we've got that loop again and the tail, and so we're just going to push it away from us. So keep exactly the same. That bead's just getting in the way there, so it might take a little bit longer. Just keep rolling and rolling, and that's our third one there. And I'm just going to go in again with our cutters and just snip that end away, and there you go, that's it, finished. So you just need to keep doing that with all of the beads that you have, and then we're going to construct our bracelet. I've shown you how to open a jump ring, and I've shown you how to wire wrap your loops. So now we're going to construct our bracelet. It's very simple. It's just a case of joining each piece together using our jump ring. So I've already started here. I'll just continue. So through that loop, and twist to close, just making sure it's nice and closed. You just want to rock that backwards and forwards to make sure that there are no gaps. There we go. And finally, all you're going to do is add a lobster clasp, and that's what you need at the end of your bracelet. And then you'll need a jump ring at the other end to fasten it to. So we're just going to go through that little loop there. We're going to go through that loop there, and again, we're just going to rock backwards and forwards. There you go. You can feel it when they start to touch. That's it. You know that's the point. So there we go. That's your bracelet. Of course, you'll have a finished one. Angles are really important when doing the wrapping of your loop. You must make sure you get that 90-degree angle when you're wrapping the final tail around your wire. Otherwise, it won't finish in the same way that I have here. Wire can be very unforgiving. So if you make a mistake, it's really difficult to go back. So the only thing I would say is take your time and enjoy it. It can be very therapeutic once you get the hang of it. If you do have a go at making this bracelet, please do take a photograph and send it to me. I may be more on Facebook. I'd love to see what you make. Other than that, stay safe and thank you very much for joining me.